Sorry about that. I'm just gonna divide this into two parts. So what happened was, according to the student code of conduct, I have every right to review evidence upon which charges are based on. Um, Gwendolyn Henderson released her decision here, but then after the decision was made, then she forwarded me all the evidence right here. And she says, I forwarded the information to you prior to finishing the decision letter. And the thing is, if that were true, she would have it wouldn't have appeared after the decision letter was sent out. Everything was appeared after the decision letter was sent out. The decision was made at 11:34. And I requested, and this is not an email delay either. Here it is. So at 11:30 a.m., I said, can you forward me this information right here? I said, can you forward it? Okay, 11:30 a.m. At 11:34 a.m., 4 minutes later, she releases the decision. 4 minutes afterwards, I requested the evidence. She releases the decision, so I couldn't even review it. Then she, after making the decision, then she forwards me the evidence because it appears after the decision letter in my inbox right here. For 11:34 a.m. is when the letter went out. 11:34 a.m. is when she sent me one of the responses. 11:35 a.m. is when she sent me this response. And so then she lies to me and tells me I forwarded the information to you prior to finishing the decision letter. And the thing is that I have every right to call upon witnesses according to the student code of conduct. I have every right to review evidence upon information that charges are based on, and she sends it to me after the decision was made. And then she lies to me and tells me that she sent it to me prior to finishing the decision letter. If she sent it to me prior to the decision letter being sent, why does it appear in my inbox afterwards? Why did the decision letter go out 4 minutes after I requested to see the evidence? Clearly, she was lying to me throughout this process. Even in the hearing, I told her, she's recorded me several times, and I said, I have a learning disability and I do not wish to be recorded. She still proceeded to record me. And I've told her, I said, look, I need extra time, I have a learning disability and I need extra time because, I have lots of exams to prepare for. And, I'm going through an ADA investigation and I'm going through a lot. Would it be possible to grant me extra time? And, she granted me an extension initially. And then when I told her, and then she said that, and then after that, when I asked her for a second extension, just to have a little bit more time to, gather a witness statement, then she stated to me, she says, well, I don't want to hear about your disability. Totally, and the thing is, and she was telling me about how the ODS people are supposed to be the ones who handle disabilities. And I told her that she needs to provide me with reasonable accommodations and allow me to enough time to get that witness because I want to present that in my case. And she didn't. And then even further during the process, she told me in one of our meetings, she stated to me that, that she's going to be a little bit more harsher with me because I have so many OSI cases pending against me. The thing is that all these OSI cases are filed by one professor and who had it out for me, and I won both of the other cases against me by this professor. Now, so essentially, there's clear bias in here. I requested to provide a witness. She didn't allow me to provide a witness. She lied to me about evidence. She lied to me about a TA making a statement, and when I asked her for the statement said something completely different. Then to cover up her tracks, she asked the TA she tried to get the TA to to issue whatever statement she wanted. And I don't know how she got that statement. And that statement was untrue. She verified all my sources. Then she proceeds to lie to me again by sending the decision letter 4 minutes after I tell her, hey, I have a witness and I would like to, provide their testimony. 4 minutes afterwards, she sends me the decision letter, and then she then proceeds to send me the evidence after the decision letter had been sent. So she clearly violated several of my rights for several of my due process rights. There was bias in here, and she lied to me about evidence that was against me, which is also against the student code of conduct. So this behavior by this coordinator was unacceptable, and her decision, and then when we go to what her decision was based off of, nothing had to do with, it had nothing to do with AI. I was being accused of using an AI to write my paper. Nothing has nothing to do with AI. Read this. None of it has to do anything with AI or sources or anything. It was, oh, I don't know if your TA spoke with you. It was, why did you provide me with Amazon links? Because I wanted to show her that the books were real. And um this, none of this has anything, her entire rationale has nothing to do with what's actually being charged. Had she, if she has evidence, if you accuse somebody of something, you have to have direct evidence. For example, if I accuse somebody of stealing something, one way I could justify a guilty verdict is by showing that the item they stole is in their possession. That's relevant to the charge. What she wrote here has nothing to do with the charges. It's like, you advised me that you were provided approval by the TA, and they did not give me approval to use the website. As you can see in that video, they did, and the TA allowed me to use that website. She said, I asked you if you read the books, and you advised that you did not, and used PDF. The PDF document you provided me for proof had a few links that led to Amazon website to purchase books. And if you not read any books, I'm confused of why you provide links to on Amazon. This has nothing to do with my case, and I found PDFs of the books that I read and referenced on the internet. You can get sample PDFs, you can get a bunch of stuff for free, a bunch of information for free on the internet, and which I cited. And she's talking about the date of the wiki site or whatever, and where in all this information right here. So essentially they have schools listed there, and apparently the school stated that their website got taken down, so they re-uploaded everything on their website, which is fine. And over here, I asked if you read the articles, and you say that you use the information on the wiki site. Like, this has nothing to do with using an AI to write my paper, as there's no correlation with this. This decision was she just wanted to find me responsible just to get rid of me. She didn't want to actually put in the effort to actually look into this case, which is unfair to me. And she violated numerous of my rights, which is why I'm filing this appeal.